Good morning. I want to talk for a moment about Trump's indictments, what he's facing. So Trump's got a 37-count indictment against him by the feds. Basically, he had information that was top secret. He shared it with people. He told one of his aides not have top secret clearance. That I think he showed him evidence or plans to invade Iran, other top secret plans as well. And can I say this? This comes in the light of something that happened very recently with Marjorie Taylor Greene, where she talked about top secret documents where she was told about them in a skiff, but they're not top secret. And she wrote them down and all that. Guys, these are crimes. These are crimes. I think this is the best evidence whatsoever for most people to understand that people like this are dangerous, and that people like this really make society more unstable because they don't take the oath of office seriously, and they will, just pretty much go out here and they'll do whatever for their adoring fans, because it's not about politics and legitimacy. It's about destroying the Democratic Party, destroying the democratic process, and making fascism normal, making it okay. That's the point of what they are. But what hit me when I read about it, and, Trump telling the guy to stand back a couple of feet, you couldn't read it, but it is saying on the thing that it is top secret. What hit me about it is this. Trump is a fascist. He's an arrogant blowhard. I'm not a psychologist. I know guys like that. I've worked with guys like that. They have to always show you they're better than you. They've always got to have that going on, that I'm better than you. We can work at the same building. We got the same job, make the same amount of money. We can go to the same clubs. We can listen to the same music. We can date the same kind of people. We can do all these things. But at the end of the day, they'll find some way always to show you I'm 2 points better than you somehow on some weird scale they made. That's Donald Trump. That's what he is. And I've said it before. I think when it's all said and done with, when you look back on it, for me at least, I won't look back on it with this faith of the FBI and they created this great case and the system worked, and we have several people along the line that did do their jobs. General Milley is an example of someone who did step up. He made a policy where you could not wear military fatigues outside of official work because he was worried that Trump would use that to say we are doing martial law. He took down, I think, the flags and all that, Confederate flags and all that. Milley was concerned about Trump's use of nuclear weapons at the end, and he told someone to meet with him first. If Trump ever did that, Trump ever, put forward information, he was going to make action with nuclear weapons. So he basically stood in the gap there. But unfortunately, here's the problem: we didn't vote for him. We voted for Trump, or people voted for Trump, and so I respect it and I appreciate that things like that exist, but I don't like the idea of unelected people, either good or bad, making those kind of decisions. It's kind of like a woman being crazy and her son's driving for her and stuff, but the car is insured in her name. He doesn't have a license. It's the same thing, that the responsibility, the onus is on the person, not on the subordinate. You understand? It's good to know that people stood in their morality, though, at the end, when it got bad. I think that this, when we look back at all this, once again, is that Trump was a crook. He surrounded himself with crooks and criminals. Flynn, Stone, Manafort, others are just total crooks, total liars. What was his web guy? Pascal got the SWAT team ran up in there. He was crazy and stuff. He had a gun. I mean, everybody around Trump's like this. Everybody around him was there's a bad story to be told. There are no, like Obama, his Secretary of Attorney General. You still see him on TV talking about stuff. He still has an air of legitimacy about him, and he's still influencing the society. He's still influencing things. That's the goal, that after we're dead, the people that we've hired on carry our legacy forward. You understand? Yeah, I may die, but people would tell stories about what I try to do. The long talks, the dark nights, the concerns about things. They'll tell the story. You understand? And I'll tell the story about them too, but they will carry my legacy forward. Trump don't have that. Even his chief of staff testified against him yesterday. Trump has no legacy, no legitimacy, because once you start handing out criminal indictments like candy, people start talking. I just think that the fact that he's gonna get caught. The fact that he's gonna be convicted or whatever. It comes down to the fact of his arrogance, his belligerence, and just this notion that I can do what I want. It's like Enemy of the State, the end of the movie. It's not that the law worked and the police came in there. You're under arrest. We got the bad guy. It's that he was so arrogant that he couldn't help himself not to do things that would eventually get him caught. And I'm talking about the deep state. Guy on Young Turks or something yesterday, he said that maybe a lot of people in deep state don't like Trump. Maybe they don't. You know, it's crazy that if you believe that, why wouldn't you take steps to protect yourself from from that? Why would you go and do things to find yourself in their bullseye? If I know people don't like me, I'm going to avoid them. I'm going to do things that they can't get me for. I'm not going to go in their face and do something.